Hello everyone, it's Kuba here from Bohemian Adventure, and this week I was talking a bit about decision making and what's involved in the process and how we might feel. So I just wanted to share a bit more about it and maybe ask you as well, like how do you feel before you take a big decision, or when you have to take a big decision? How is your process? Do you observe it? Do you notice what's happening before, during, and after? And yeah, how do you feel before taking a big decision, or how do you make it even? That would be great if you can share with us a bit. And often the most difficult part, as I mentioned earlier this week, is before we take the actual decision, when there is a lot of confusion and we got all these options, and actually after we take the decision, it usually brings a lot of clarity, and often you can feel even like the physical, that like some weight come off your back and you feel like lighter, often you feel way better. And if you go for long-term travel or even the shorter trip, in general, in traveling, there is a lot of decision making involved, right? Because often you have to choose where you go next time, what you want to do, and where you want to sleep, or what you want to see. So there are like these small kind of nice and easy decisions to make, right? But there are as well like bigger, maybe more impactful decisions to make. Like, do I want to change the city where I live, or do I want to change the job? And often this is a case where you live abroad, when to start something new is a bit more easy. And then if you're always in the same place, let's say if you're in your country, it's a bit more challenging maybe to make some changes happen. Because with the new environment, if you move abroad with the new environment, it kind of gives you this new spark, a new energy to start something new and to do something new. So really, and often there are great decisions to take. Do you want to live in a big city and experience city life, culture, or do you want to move to a smaller town in the mountains and just stay, a little bit alone, or maybe spend more time reading, or just, being in the nature? And there are great decisions to make, right? They are both very, very beautiful options to have, right? So I think with the traveling, and as we take more and more decisions in life in a kind of this bigger scale, it kind of becomes a life skill, and in a way we kind of train ourselves and to learn how to listen and how to really follow our intuition, let's say. And I'll give you some examples from like my travels or my life. When one of these I can think is when I was in Mexico. It was in 2020 when the COVID started. So I was actually in Panama. From Panama I got to Mexico. It was right when the COVID started, right? It was March 2020. COVID was happening everywhere, everything locked down. And I was in Mexico and called the embassy, Czech embassy, just to ask, hey, what's the situation? Can you tell me if the country will close or something? What's gonna happen? They told me, oh, we don't know what's gonna happen. The Mexican government can do what they want to do, and they don't consult with us. But there is a flight leaving from Cancun going to Prague, straight to Prague. It was the repatriation flight from Czech government. So they told me, if you want to go, you can go. The flight is leaving today. You need to confirm now. So in that moment, I was like, wow, what are I gonna do? Because I was in Mexico. Then the night before, we went with my friends. We went to market to eat. We went to the bar to have a drink. There was like not really much happening in the time. Everything was open. Everything was free, free to go. And in Europe, it was complete opposite, right? So in Europe, it was the biggest lockdown, everything closed. It was still kind of winter, at least in my country, in Czech Republic, March is still pretty cold. So yeah, so it was very difficult decision in a way to make, because we couldn't just know what's going to happen. There was no way how to know, okay, how long this lockdown will last, what's going to happen next week, what's going to happen in 2 weeks. So really this decision was made by my intuition, by my gut feeling, let's say. And as well, there was this pressure, okay, you need to decide like now, like call us in 10 minutes, we need to book the space in the airplane. If you want to go, you go. If not, fine. So there was this time pressure as well. And yeah, I just decided to go. And it was, as I said, there was no way how to know if it's gonna be good or bad decision. I just felt like I need to go back home. So yeah, I decided to take the flight, and I flew back to Czech Republic. At the beginning was a little bit miserable because everything was locked, and I no chance to see my friends and like to do anything pretty much. But it lasted a couple of weeks or maybe a month, and then everything started to open, and I felt good. I felt good with the decision. It was really, in that time, I just didn't see myself being in Mexico, and it was very, very good decision in personal level for me. So yeah, sometimes you have to face situations like this, and there is no way how to predict the future. You just need to kind of go with your feelings. The other time, let's say one of the last biggest decision I took was maybe a half a year ago, and it was actually to start this business, to start with the Bohemian Adventure project, like full on, and to commit to this project. So it was a time when I was in Australia. I was working there, and I was like, okay, I started to work with a coach from Canada, with a business coach. She's helping me, to stay on track and helping me with all the business side. And I was thinking, okay, maybe, I'm busy now, I'm working, so maybe we will start to work together next month when I'm, a bit more free. Or maybe we start in a couple of months. So I will be in Thailand, traveling, and don't have to worry about anything. But obviously, then I started to think, oh, maybe there will be no Wi-Fi. Maybe, I will schedule a call, and then I will be moving around. So because I will have no routine. So I just started to see that it's just my brain kind of trying to make an excuse and postpone the actual decision. Because to be honest, it was completely out of my comfort zone, right? To start with a business, which I never done before, to be on the social media, which I never done before, So I was just like looking for, okay, maybe if I wait 1 more month, it will be better time. Or if I wait 2 more months, it will be better time. Then everything will be perfect, and I will just start, In the end, I decided to start now, which was, back in December. And yeah, I'm happy for the decision which happened half a year ago, because it's very difficult to find the perfect time for some change in your life, because once you getting closer to actually make the decision and commit to it, your brain start to trick you and start to push you back. Oh, maybe, if you wait a little bit more, it will be easier, it will be better, you will feel more ready, you will be smarter in a couple of months and ready to, be on social media, whatever it is, or ready to go to travel, or ready to change your job, whatever it is for you. So we have to be aware of this, really, that often there is not a perfect timing and time, and the time is now. So here I am on this journey, and I'm not really sure where it's going to take me, and often I try to figure it step by step. But it's okay, because it's the first time I'm doing this. So it's even can be same for you if you move to a new country or start a new job or go for a long-term 3 months, 6 months travel and you never done it before, the clarity is coming on the journey. It's very difficult to see 3 months ahead or 6 months ahead. And this is where I see the importance of the coach as well, because my coach is like a business coach in a way, and business spiritual coach, let's say, and she done this 100 times, so she knows this is the first step, this is the second step, this is the third step. I never done it, so now I can just like follow these steps as the advice. Now you should do this, now you should focus on this. And this is the importance of the coach when we starting something new and we're not really sure how to do it. It's great to have someone who done it before, and who can be there for you, and you can ask the questions, and he's there for you kind of to push you in the right direction, or to direct you. So yeah, let's see where it all goes, how the journey and progress. And so far it's been exciting. And yeah, let's recap a bit. So today was about the decision making. As I mentioned before, the most difficult part usually is before we actually make the decision. So really, if you're in the process of making some important decision, observe it. And yeah, often when we make the decision, the great clarity comes and we feel better. And sometimes the decision is more based on our mind. So we try to figure it out, what's going to happen. And sometimes we just need to make a decision based on our guts. And often this gut feeling is really the most important and powerful tool what we have, this intuition. And this is where we go a little bit deeper in our program. We learn how to listen the intuition, how to recognize it kind of in a way, and learn different tools how to tune in. So yeah, if you wanna know more about this, and if you feel like you're ready to make some important decisions in the life, and you would like to chat about it and see what benefit travel coaching can have for you, just send me a message, and yeah, we can figure it out. We can have a chat and see where it's going to take us. Okay, that's all for today. Have a beautiful day, and I see you soon. Bye.